Hey Simmers, it's your girl Ria, and as you know, I cover free mods in CC for The Sims 4. Today we're going to go over how to effectively use MC Command Center. Now I know many Simmers know about this mod, use this mod, but not many take full advantage of the features or even know about it. So today I'm going to show you the settings I use in my game for better gameplay, as well as the different MC command menus and how to do things such as increasing your funds, changing the time in the game, or enabling all cheats and much more. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to go ahead and type in the search bar deadpool-mccc.com, or if you don't want to put it in this way, all you have to do is go ahead to Google and you could put into the Google search MC Command Center and it'll pop right up as the first link, and then you just go ahead and you click that link. Once you click that link, you'll see here it says MC Command Center is a mod that adds greater control to your Sims 4 game experience and NPC story progression. They also have an overview that you can go ahead and read down below if you want to, but I'm not going to read over that today. Then we're going to go ahead and scroll up and click where it says download MCCC. And once we click that, it'll take us to the MC Command Center download link. So you'll see later versions here, but you're going to make sure you pick the one that's at the top. That's the most recent version. And then make sure that you read the paragraph so you know what has been tested on, as well as what is the most recent patch. Here it tells you that the most recent patch was June 6th. So it's the most recent. Now there's two links. There's MC Command Center and MC Woohoo. You're going to click both of these to download, not just the MC Command Center portion. You also click the MC Woohoo portion as well. So we're going to go ahead, click the MC Command Center, and it'll go straight into our downloads folder. As you can see, it already went right to my downloads folder. Now I'm going to download the MC Woohoo part, and it's going to go right into my downloads folder. Then we're going to go ahead, pull it up. You see the two download folders. You got the MC Command part and the MC Woohoo part. They're all script files. Now, most people do, I think, one folder deep, but me personally, I take them out the folder and, put it right into my mods folder. So you just go ahead, drag it into your mods folder, your Electronic Arts Sims 4, go to mods, and drag it in. I already have like an older version, but I'm going to delete this and put the newer version in my game now so we could go ahead and go over the settings. So let's go ahead now and get in game. So enjoy my little loading screen right here. And now let's go ahead and see these settings. Now you can see here, as soon as it pops up your game in a notification bar, you'll see it says welcome to MC Command Center. That lets you know that you have downloaded the mod correctly. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, let's do first, the mailbox settings. The mailbox settings are different than the ones on the computer, as well as the ones on personal Sims, but I'm going to show you all of it. So when we click the mailbox, you see it says MC cheats. You're going to go ahead and click that. You see here we have active household cheats. You have change lot details, change world time, deletion cheats, season cheats, and Sims NPC household cheats. Now, I don't use all of these. For the most part, for me personally, I use active household cheats a lot. So if your Sims, say, you have a big family of like 8 Sims and your Sims are all needs just low. If you don't feel like individually trying to make your Sims better, all you got to do is click here, fill needs of the household, and your household will have their needs 100% met. Or if it's a bunch of Sims on a lot, NPC Sims and everything, you could click fill needs of current lot, and all of their moods as well will go up. I love this, especially when my Sims is at a job, because I notice when my Sims is at a job that the infants, they don't get taken care of, and my infants often have horrible needs and be about to be taken away. So it be a whole mess. I'm gonna actually show you how I would prefer to use this part of the mod. So this is my Sim's business, right? She has her own bakery. And say you have an active career, the hospital, whatever. I advise you to put a mailbox at the active career location. So that way you can see here, my Sims, they're all home while I'm at work, and there's no way I can take care of my infant, and the infants for some reason just don't get taken care of if they stay at home. So this is the perfect thing to do, is to have that mailbox there, so that way you can click on the mailbox, and while you're at work you can click the active household cheats, and you could fulfill the household needs, so that way, you know, your Sim's baby won't be taken away and you will be fine. I think that's like the perfect thing you can use for this. But let's go back to the mailbox. So now we have where you could change lot details, you could change the lot traits or the lot challenges without having to go into build by mode. You wouldn't have to do that. You just have to click here. We also have where you can change world time. I personally don't use this, so I'm not even going to go over it, but you can see here you could change the world time. I changed the time in my game differently. I'm gonna show you that later. Then there's the deletion cheats where you can, you know, delete all Sims, delete by age, gender, or cult, delete some pets or homeless Sims as well. And then we have, you know, season cheats where if you click here and you have the season's game pack, you can change the season from fall, spring, summer, winter automatically. You don't have to wait around. Or you could change the weather as well. If you want it to be cloudy cool, a heat wave, cloudy warm, you can easily change the weather with just one click. Or you could do a random lightning strike or a random lightning strike of a Sim, you know, if you want some type of wacky gameplay or whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat, there you go. So this is basically the cheats that are on the mailbox. They're little cheats, but they're good to use. You know, we have some household cheats and all that. You can set walk styles and summon a Sim and everything. But now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the master settings of MC Command Center, which is on the computer. So we're going to go ahead and travel down to my office. You get a little glimpse of my house that I made. So we're going to go ahead and go into the office and click on the computer. When you click on the computer, you'll see MC Command Center. You're going to click there and you see now the master settings. So these are the master settings. Now, when it comes to changing these, there will be an orange box that pops up that will let you know that you need to restart your game. I advise you to change all the settings first and then restart your game. Don't restart your game after every setting you change. Just wait, change all the settings first, and then you will restart your game. So here at the top, we have the MCCC settings, which is, these are like the big settings that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now you see it says autosave. You can have here for your game to autosave. For my people who game always like to crash, I, knock on wood, my game never really crashes, so I don't use the autosave. But I know a lot of people who do use the autosave. If you want, it'll save your game in intervals. You could just go ahead and check these out, but I'm not really going to cover these because I don't really use the autosave. So next we have the gameplay settings. Now when you click here, you have where you can adopt neglected child, adopt no caregiver. There's fame difficulty adjustment, game time speed, maximum household size. Now, when it comes to these settings, I use the game time speed setting. So when you click on here, you can change the speed of your game. So it's automatically set at 25. But if you make it lower than the number 25, your days will be faster in The Sims. If you make it higher, your days will be slower. I like my days to go a little more normal and a little more slower, so that way my Sims can have time to do things. So I change my number to 28 when it comes to my gameplay. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this to 28 and press OK. And when I press OK, you'll see that the orange square is going to pop up. So this is what it looks like. Don't be alarmed. Nothing happened. It's just letting you know, okay, for this to take in effect, you have to restart your game. But I'm not going to restart until I change all of the settings in my game. So this will just continue to pop up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click back on the computer, click on MC Command Center, go back to the settings, and under gameplay settings, you will see that you can also change the maximum household size. Now the maximum household size is 8, that is the standard, but I changed mine to 10. But be advised, when you do go past 8, you will have a little trouble when you go into cast. Like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but when you're in cast, I think you can't like edit like their names or the trait if you have like more than 8 people in your household. So just be advised of that. But I mean, you could make it however size. This is how a lot of people do the 100 baby challenge. They change it to 100 people for a household size. This is how they do it. So we go here. There's also, you know, Sims are immortal. You could click here if you want your Sims to be immortal. Me, I play more realistically, so I keep this disabled. But if you want them to be immortal, then go ahead, enable it, and your Sims will never go bye-bye. But yeah, so as we scroll down, you see there's skill settings. I don't really use these, but you can set like the difficulty adjustments for the skills and stuff. But I really don't use these settings, so I'm not even going to really cover it. There's some teleport settings and some random agent settings. I don't use those. But let's go back and go to money settings. Now here you can allow child to pay bills. Now this is so say both of your adult Sims are at work and the child is left at home. Irresponsible, I know. But say the child is left at home, this gives them the option so they can pay the bills. So that way they won't be sitting in the dark or, you know, the water off or something. The bills will be paid. They'll have that option. Or you can set it to auto pay bills. So if you don't feel like every time going to the phone to pay bills, it'll auto pay it. Then we have some things here like pay child support. I know a lot of Simmers use that. I don't personally, but yeah. So now let's go to notification console settings, and over here you can change like your Sim menu order, or you can save the current order. I don't really touch that. You have the console command settings where you can make build by settings enabled. So here I do use this. This is so your cheats are always on, so you don't have to keep putting in the cheats all the time. So we have build by enabled, free build, ignore unlocks, move objects, show live, enabled cheats. So I always click on these to make sure that the cheat codes are always on, so I don't have to type them in every single time I'm in game. This stays there. So let's click on by debug. So when I click on this, I pick enabled. So now all of the debug stuff will automatically be in build by, and I don't have to put in the code. I'm also going to turn on, well, for move objects, I don't turn on because I personally, when I do build by, I like to do my own thing on that. But I am going to enable the ignore unlocks. So that way the stuff can be unlocked in build by. And I'm going to show you, for example, you see here, this bed would have been locked if I didn't have this cheat on. It would have been locked till I got a certain career level. I don't got time for all that. I just want everything to be unlocked. So that is why I enable this cheat. And I think it's a perfect part of the mod. So that way, you know, you could just have your stuff already there and build without having to go through all that. So we also have debug commands and cheats. We have enable full cast. Now, I always enable this because I don't know if you notice, once you make your sim, if you don't have this mod, then once you go into like cast, you can't really edit like the traits, the name and stuff. If you enable this, it's always there. So every time you go in cast, you can edit your traits, edit the names and everything. For example, see, I got the mod on. I have cast fully enabled. So now I could change her name if I want, change her traits, and I won't be on that screen where, you know, you can't change it no more. So I love that part of the mod, and I'm always have that on. Then you have headline effects. This is so if you don't want the plumb bob to be on top of their head and stuff. I don't use this. I just put in the cheat code if, you know, I need it for pictures or something, but I don't keep this on. But if you want it on, you're just going to press disabled for that to work. If you want the plumb bob and stuff to be off, all the headline effects, yeah. But, you know, like I said, I don't use it. So we're going to go ahead and go back. And you can see there's hover effects. The hover effects, that's so, you know, the white outline around the Sims and objects will be hidden and you don't have to see that. So if you want that to work, you just disable it. And then you have test and cheats. I make sure that this is enabled. This is so you don't have to keep typing in the test and cheats true cheat code. Just put that on and it's automatically on your game at all times. These settings are forever settings unless if you change them. So you don't have to keep every time you upload your game. You don't have to keep doing it and changing it. It'll stay like that unless you have to get, you know, the mod over. So we have notification settings. You could change, you know, what type of notifications you get. I don't use any of these settings, but if you want to, we have the phone text settings. Now this is so it could be more realistic. If your Sim's phone is on silent, this will, you could press no text and your Sims won't get text while their phone is on silent like it's supposed to be, because normally their phone be on silent and it still be like ringing. But if you want it to be more realistic, click here, or if you just want only the festival text to come through, you could click festival text. But then we have relationship settings. When you click here, you can allow teen parenting. This is just so your teens can gain parenting skills. So say they have a younger sibling, they could also build parenting skills by helping that younger sibling. I sometimes enable this so that way, you know, my teens could gain some skills for, you know, when they get older and decide, you know, they want to become parents when they're adults. So you can enable this or you could keep it disabled. Then you also have friendship decay percentage. You could change that. You can do the romance difficulty adjustment. I don't touch none of these settings, but if you want to, go ahead. You can also set the age span duration for cat, dog, horse, and human. I really don't touch this either, but if you want to, you could click like human, click the long lifespan, and click each life, like infant, toddler, child. So if I click child, say I want my child's birthday like not to be until like 48 days or 25 days, then I would just go ahead and change this number so that way the span can change. But like I said, I really don't touch it. Sometimes I do though for the pets, because the pets be living a long time and I'll be like, all right, now I love you, but if you keep running away, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get on. So back to the settings, we have MC cast. Here you can just change walk styles, age up, exclude traits. You can fix the female fit or the male fit. I don't touch these settings. I just keep them the way they are. Then we have MC career. In these settings, you can have children quit school. You can have the teen quit school, school homework, progression. I don't touch none of these settings as well, but they're here if you want to. Then as we go back, we have the MC cleaner. And I don't touch none of these settings either, but I'm just letting y'all know they're there. But we also have MC clubs. So if you play with the clubs, you can do the club member count. The default value is 8, but if you want to make it a bigger club, you can change the number. Or if you want to monitor club members, you could click this and, you know, monitor, you know, what club members, where they go and everything like that. Then we have MC dresser. When you click on this, you can, you know, change the facial hair settings, makeup settings, outfit settings, percentage use custom skin tones, facial hair ages, and percents. I don't use none of that either. Then for my occult players, I'm not an occult player, but if you are, you could change for aliens and mermaids, like their pregnancy percent, the maximum mermaids, maximum aliens, and you can do all that with your occult sims. So then when we go back, we also have MC population, where you can enable or disable bar nights. You can also control how many sims is in an area. You know, you could change the percentage there if you want more sims to start showing up to places. And then you could allow homeless people to move in, maximum homeless and everything in the moving settings, or maximum household pets, because sometimes my sims be having like 20-30 pets and I'd be like, what the heck? So I meant to change that settings, but I will eventually. Then we got MC pregnancy. Now I do touch these settings. We have the adoption settings, marriage sim selection, neighborhood stories, offspring, other marriage, other pregnancies. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click other pregnancy, and you can allow pregnancy aging, y'all hear me? I can't even pronounce that, aging, or you could stop them from aging when they're pregnant. You can also pause the sim's pregnancy. Say if you're doing the story time and like you want them to be pregnant a little longer, you pause their pregnancy if you wanted to. You can also change the pregnancy duration. Now I do change this setting. It's set to 3, but I normally change it to about 7 or 8, so I have time to do a baby shower or a gender reveal. You know, I want my sims to have some time being pregnant and not be like, oop, pop out a baby in 3 days. And you know, sim days be fast. But you can also change, like, use random moods. So if you want your sims to have different moods as they're pregnant, you could just go ahead and enable that. We also have an auto marry percentage where you could change if your sims, you know, want to get married once they're pregnant. Those different types of settings. This is the random mood one. You can enable it. So your pregnant sims will receive different type of moods. I normally keep it disabled because they already be moody enough without it. Then we have MC Tuner. Now these settings I use a lot. So you could change interaction behavior. You could allow child baby care with this. This is for the child. Say, you know, you need help with the infant. The child sim can do things like feed the baby, change the baby diaper. So I definitely always have that enabled. I love that one. And then the next one we have is allow emotional deaths. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand when my sim, you know, die when it comes to being playful, angry, embarrassed. And they have those, they can also, like, you know, pass away from being too happy, too sad. I turn that off. So now your sims will not pass away if they're extra happy, sad, angry, none of that. So then we also have the allow monster under the bed. I turn this off too because I don't have time for the octopus monster to be all coming out and scaring my kid. I make sure that this is enabled so that way the monster will not come out under the bed at all. Then we have the setting to allow multiple BFFs. Your sims normally can only have like one, and then if you try to make another best friend, they get mad. This is so you can have unlimited amount of best friends without your sims getting mad, without you losing friendship points. So I'm going to go ahead and enable this as well because, you know, I want my sims to have more than one best friend. So then here you can allow teens to move in. I really don't touch these settings, but if you want, you know, teams to allow teens to like invite other sims to move in, you can. And then we have disable witness death. I use this a lot. I enable this because when your sims pass, you know, all the sims want to run over and be crying. I don't have time for it. So I enable it so that way if your sims pass, no sims is going to run over and be all crying and trying to witness everything. No, they will leave your sims alone to go in peace, as they should. Then we have here the friendly acts if single. So normally if you ask a sim if they're single or if you ask them to stay the night, it counts as a romance interaction. But this, if you click this to be enabled, it'll change it so that way it's a friendly interaction. Because, sometimes if you ask people if they single, it's a friendly thing. I mean, like, that don't automatically mean I want you. I just want to know if you're single or not. So definitely change this sometimes so that way it can be counted as a friendly interaction and not a romance interaction. Same here with the stay the night. If you want like Sims to have friends stay the night and not make it seem like, oh, I want you, then you could change this so that way it could be a friendly stay the night. Then we have here the stop random flirting. I don't know about y'all, but I used to have this, like, oh my God, my Sim used to flirt with everyone. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, you're married. Chill out. So I enable this so that way the Sims will stop randomly flirting. Because, when they get in that flirty mood, they just be talking to anybody and everybody. Nah, we're not trying to have that happen. So make sure you enable that if you don't want that to happen. So then when we go back, after these settings, we'll go over to change interaction autonomy. Now, the setting that I use, I stopped my Sims from being autonomous mean, because I used to have a glitch where they were mean all the time. So I make sure I disable it so that way, they won't autonomously be mean to each other. Also, I should have turned off mischief because I'm tired of these people pranking the toilet. Like, the mischief trait definitely needs to be fixed because, baby, how many times you gonna prank my toilet and think it's funny? I don't got time for that. But we also have here where you can do autonomous proposals. I make sure that's enabled so that way my Sims can autonomously propose if they feel like they're ready to. I love for that to happen. And there's different ones. You got the flirty, repairs, gardening, different stuff. If you want them to autonomously do it, then you could just go ahead, make sure you read it and enable it or disable it, depending on what you want for your gameplay. So yeah, now we're gonna go to MC Woohoo. Now for this, you could go to Woohoo actions, and we're not even gonna talk about this part that they got in here. Yeah, we just gonna skip that. But we have here where you can allow teens, if you want teens to be able to, like, I guess, flirt a little bit with other teens. But, we could just keep that off. We don't got time for that. And you can make your assumption for the top one. Ignore that. But we also hear where it says what did I just say? We have here where it says same sex, try for baby. You can also allow polygamy, no strings, woohoo. You could allow try for baby, have that turned on, or elder try for baby. I make sure that's off because I don't need grandma popping out a whole newborn. I recently forgot to turn that off, and I had my Sim's mother, who's a grandmom, pop out with a newborn. And I'm like, oh no, what is you doing? But yeah, if you don't want your elders to be popping out no babies, make sure you turn that setting off. So then we have woohoo pregnancy. Here you could change like the risky woohoo percent. You can do the elder risky percent. You could change the adult ones. You could use fertility and risky, try for baby percent. You could change all the different percents. So if you really want your Sim to get pregnant, you could change the percent to like 100% or 75. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this. And then we have some other settings, but I don't really use those. But for the reactions here, we have sleepy woohoo. Now, I make sure this is turned on. This is so if your Sims is doing woohoo between 10 to 4 a.m., they will go right to bed instead of jumping out the bed and being like, all right, we're done. No, they'll stay in the bed and they will stay asleep as normal. Well, whatever, normal people, I guess you would say. Then we have bed sharing. Some Sims, if their relationship is not high, they won't get in the same bed. If you enable this, then your Sims will go ahead and get in the bed regardless of their relationship to each other. So I always have that enabled as well because I don't got time to be dealing with them talking about, no, I'm not getting in this bed. If you don't go to sleep right now. Then you have the no jealousy one where you can change if they get jealous or not, depending on what your Sims do. And then you have here where you can reset the settings if you want to start over again. But that's pretty much the settings that I use for the master settings in my game. But now I'm going to show you some of the individual settings that you can do with MC Command Center. So I have here my sim. I clicked on her and I clicked MC Command Center. Now with her, I can see her age, her spouse, how many children she have, where she live, her parents. And you see here it says modify household and cast. Now I could click here if I want to go straight to cast and change up my Sim's household immediately without having to go to like the closet or anything like that. Then you have the sim commands where you can go ahead and you can set their sim age. If I want to change her to an adult, a teen, a toddler. Then we also have here where you can maintain the sim, teleport the sim, occult commands, and different things like that. We have the MC cheats. This is what I use a lot. So this is for if you want your Sims to have more money. A lot of people keep using that motherload cheat. You don't have to do that if you have MC Command Center. You can go ahead, click increase funds, and you could type as much as you want. It shows you the minimum value and the maximum value. So I'm going to go ahead and put 100,000 right now for my Sim and press OK. And immediately she has the money. So for those who want to like stop using the cheat code, motherload cheat code, you could just use this and it's easy to get money. A lot of people when I was streaming was like, how you got so much money? Girl, MC cheats. Then you can also cheat sim info. This is if you want to change, you know, their skills, their mood and buffs. You could take off moods and buffs. Say your Sims is extra angry or something, you could take that off. You can cheat on the skills if you want to have maximum skill level, if you want to make it a certain skill level between 0 and 10. You could change those skills and stuff on there. Then you can also go back and there's expansion cheats. And then we also have here where you can make your sim happy. It's the same as if you were, making your Sim's needs go up. You just click that to make them happy. You can also click to complete an aspiration or a goal. You can also have MC pregnancy. I could start her pregnancy if I wanted to, or if she was pregnant, I could stop it. Or if she was pregnant and I didn't know, literally I could click that and it will tell me that she's pregnant and what she's actually having. I love that part. Then we have MC tuner here. You could do the trait autonomy scan. I don't use none of that at all. We have the sim flags, and then you got relationships. So for this one, you could click, you could add a relationship, or you can use to delete a relationship. For example, my sim, she was married and in love, and then I wasn't playing her for a second, and all of a sudden she had another lover on the side and no one told her to do that. So we're going to use that for an example right now to delete the relationship. So I'm going to click delete. And you can see here, her man is Keith Powers. Yes, I'm talking about celebrity Keith Powers. That's her man. And out of nowhere, she got some love relationship with Derek. And Derek is a married man. So I don't even know how that happened. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on Derek and then click the check mark. And now, boom, our relationship is gone, deleted. It's like it's never happened. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you. You don't see Derek at all in her friend group. He is gone because I don't even know why he was there in the first place. Then I'm going to show you if, say you are Alexandra, which is my sim, and I'm going to click on her husband and press MC Command Center. Now with this, I can scroll down and I got the option to set the relationship level. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and say we didn't know each other. I could just click this, set active friendly, and change our friendship or change our romantic relationship. So I can make us enemies, very awkward, just friends. I do this a lot with NPC Sims. If I don't feel like keeping a conversation to make friends, I just go ahead and click on them and say, all right, our friend level is this, and that's that. Because sometimes I don't have time to keep doing the same interactions over and over in a conversation. So this is where you could change it and make somebody automatically friendly or automatically in love if you want to, or enemies, whatever you decide to do for your gameplay. Then we also have MC Dresser. Now I use this a lot for NPC Sims or when I'm doing posing for Sims. This lets you change the outfit immediately. Like your Sim is not going into cast, your Sims is not doing the jumping and nothing to change their outfit. They're literally, you press it and boom, outfit is changed. This is perfect when you're doing poses for Sims and you just want to change the outfit, but you don't want them to move in the pose. You just go ahead, you click on the Sim, you click MC Command Center, you click the dresser, and then you pick whichever outfit you want, which I'm going to show y'all again one more time. So I got my Sim here, my man, Keith, and I'm going to click him. I click MC Command Center, and I go to MC Dresser, change outfit, and then I see his outfits, and I pick one. I'm going to pick this pink one that I like with the little Tims. So I'm going to pick this, and then boom. As soon as I click that, outfit change immediately. I think this is like one of the most perfect things, especially if you got some NPCs walking around looking real funky, then yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it of how you use MC Command Center, and those are some of the settings that I use for my game. I know a lot of people like how I play my game, so hopefully this has helped you use MC Command Center to your full advantage. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and follow me for more Everything Sims. Also, make sure you follow my TikTok at Official Reality Sims TV, where I post smaller mods in CC that I don't post on here. And be sure to comment below different mods in CC you want me to cover on the next video. And shout out to the amazing creators that made MC Command Center. We truly appreciate you for making our game much better. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.